What's going on, YouTube?
What
It's,
up?
it's your boy Spider Kel, and
Kimpson.
we're about to do a quick review on episode 8 of Preacher.
There we go.
He's more of an expert of the Preacher lore than I am.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's true.
I know some things.
You got the comics and stuff.
I don't have the comics actually.
I thought you had the graphic novels and stuff.
Nah, man. I read them while I was in when it was Borders. I used to go in there and just read comics for free.
well, he still knows a lot more than I do. Like I knew there was comics called Preacher, but I never took the time to even try to read them because like just by looking at the covers, I thought it was stupid. Like because I thought Preacher was kind of like Constantine, you know.
Well, they're the same.
Wouldn't that be hot if they did a crossover with Constantine?
They
and Preacher?
probably could. It's still
That would be
DC.
sick.
It's still Vertigo.
That would be sick. And they all. Well, no,
And it's
I don't
supernatural, so it would kind of make sense.
Yes, to have them in that
kinda
same
make
universe,
sense.
that'd be sick. But Preacher episode 8.
Yes.
Tulip and what's this chick name? The chick that works for the Grail. That
I can't remember her name.
me
either.
neither. Like she's like a fodder character.
Yeah, she kind of just gets her ass whooped most of the time
Yeah.
by Tulip.
Yeah.
By the way.
Because she killed Tulip like in the last episode of the last season. You know, those two and Grandma, one of Grandma's minions, or what is he? What is he to
No,
Grandma?
we've been theorizing. Like I think we would say he was a ghoul. Or,
Yeah, I think he's a ghoul.
Or he might have some kind of where in the show you learn that the grandmother eats souls.
Yeah.
And she ends up. It's revealed that she works with the devil.
Yeah, it works for Satan.
And they made a deal. So, who's to say they might all have special abilities granted to them by Satanics. Who knows?
Yeah, so and I didn't even know that, and it makes sense now because I didn't understand how she would have such abilities, to eat souls, and just like the level of her black magic is just like S class type, powerful. So and now in episode 8 it's revealed that Satan gave her these abilities, for exchange of her soul, right? When she dies, she
goes to hell.
Yeah, she goes to hell, and also makes sense. Like I guess she has her own agenda as the reason why she linked her life with Tulip's life.
Right.
So maybe she feels somehow Jesse is gonna figure out some kind of way to get her out of that deal, that contract with Satan, because maybe if she dies and Satan gets her soul, maybe Tulip goes to Satan too, and he gets that soul. Maybe that's her plan.
Because they're linked in life, and they're probably linked in death.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because Tulip killed her. Remember? Do you see that one?
Yeah.
Tulip killed her,
Yep.
and she dropped dead too. So maybe if she goes to hell, Tulip goes to hell too. So like, maybe that's going to be revealed later on, and
Possibly.
And Jesse got to figure out some kind of way. Which I feel like with Genesis he could, because he put the dude with the asshole mouth. I can't remember his dude. Her with the ass. I call him asshole mouth.
They call him ass face. That's
Do they
actually-
really?
Yeah, in the comics too, they call him ass face.
Wow. So ass face. We're gonna just call him that.
That Eugene. That's his name. That poor guy.
Ass face.
Damn.
So ass face. He gets sent to hell by Jesse in season 1, and he's by all right. He's a tenant of hell. He escaped with Hitler, of all people. He escaped with Hitler and the cowboy, that dark cowboy.
The Saint of Killers.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was sent by Satan to retrieve him. So like he can't leave hell. It's messed up.
It is pretty messed up. But I do like how it's turning out. I like how they're all. It's almost like that movie Crash. they all kind of end up working together again.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't think that Jesse and his side of the family would end up working with Tulip
Mhm.
and getting the souls and whatnot.
Well,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, well,
It's interesting.
well, there's something to be had on both parties. Jesse don't want grandma to. He don't care about grandma, but she can't die because her life and soul is linked to Tulip's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and grandma needs souls in order to, I guess, be young or to continue living or something like that.
I think it's both
Mm.
because it seemed like when the devil, which by the way, he kind of just showed up there casually, just knocked on the door and walks in.
But
Hey,
she
how's
called
it
him.
going?
She called him on the back phone.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But I just thought it was funny how they did that. Like how he just walks in. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, gorgeous."
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
How weird is it that they got, God in the series dressed up in a dog suit?
It's interesting. It is pretty weird. I think it's more. I like how the disturbing aspect of it,
It's
because
just-
it's like, wow, like what in that world? It's like, man, God is messed up, just like
Yeah.
everybody else is. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
When you think about the way Satan would look,
Mhm.
typically
Yeah.
in Preacher, he looks exactly the way. If a person was described, if someone says, "What does Satan look like to you?" What will you think? Red, freaking like hooves with
Yeah.
like horse type looking legs or
Yep.
whatever. Diesel horns, the whole nine. When somebody describe what God looks like, I would not say a dude in a Dalmatian dog suit.
Yeah, like a kink, it looks like a kink suit.
Yeah, I don't. It's disrespectful. First off, like this whole show, I'm not even gonna front. This whole show is blasphemous.
Yes, it is. To the max.
This whole show is blasphemous as hell.
To the max.
But it seems like, I don't know, like this system of things, man, they're like doing everything and anything to like just continue with this blasphemous insults towards God, in a dog suit, like in this like in a sexual in nature type dog suit at that. It's like, whoa, bro. It's like, whoa.
You got to remember the scene where they were first looking for God and they went to Louisiana, I think it was.
Mm.
And they did find
Yeah,
him, but
New
he
Orleans.
was in that sex
Room.
And
Yeah,
they
first
had
episode.
a platter of like dildos, and he's sitting there looking at him the whole time. I'm like,
And I think, and he had a leash
yo.
on. I think he was like in a dog sitting stance,
Yeah.
And that was like the first episode of that season too.
Yeah.
Like they found him the first episode.
Yeah, right there, boom. I'm like, yo, that is.
I still don't understand how
Oh my
it
God.
clicked in his mind that was actually God in that suit. It was, I don't know.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Oh, because of, and this is another thing that was bad, how they portrayed Jesus. He's retarded.
Well,
He's retarded.
I don't think that's Jesus. I think that's the son of
Descendant, like an inbred
Yeah.
descendant.
Jesus. Yeah, he's yeah.
Because that, I don't know. It's really weird.
It's so bad. Bro.
It's really weird.
It's so bad. But but episode 8, you got Tulip and Homegirl and one of Grandma's minions, the one I think is a ghoul because he got super strength.
Yep.
They're in Osaka, to steal souls for Grandma. Satan gets called to Earth by Grandma because she learns that Jesse is the vessel of Genesis.
Right.
And when Satan goes back, he sends this chick, like it's his right hand man, like that's his go-to chick to do all his bidding. Are we in agreement that we think that's death?
I think it is death because I remember watching a previous. I think it was the episode before that one where he mentioned that she was death or something like that. I could be mistaken, but I believe that's what it was. We'd have to do a recap.
Yeah,
we definitely have to do a recap.
Like it could be death. Like the only thing that I have a problem with that being death is because I feel like death should be an entity within itself. It'd be like God, Satan, and then death in the middle of all that. You know?
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't feel like in a story like that. I don't feel like almost like Supernatural,
Right.
with Sam and Dean. I don't feel like death should be answering to either one, because death is death. You know,
Exactly.
it does its own thing. You know, I come and I what is the word that they use when it comes to
I would say like a
reap?
Reap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I come and I reap these souls, and I send them to wherever they're going to go.
Right.
And wherever they go, that's up. You know, if they go to heaven, that's God's territory. They go to hell, that's Satan's territory.
Right.
So they all got their own territory. So like, but I don't know. It could be, and like also, her weapon of choice is a whip
Yeah.
versus like a what do you call that, a scythe?
Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to recap on that again.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's going to be
Definitely.
revealed as the story. I hope it does as the series progresses.
Yeah.
But she's sent to capture Tulip and bring her to hell. Yeah, man. I don't understand why they doing that, because Tulip, she's alive.
Yeah.
Even when she died, she didn't go anywhere yet.
Exactly.
She was kind of like in limbo or whatever for a minute. But like, there's something about Tulip. And, Grandma, like, she sent Satan to retrieve Tulip.
Right.
So I don't understand, why would Grandma do that? Like, why would she send?
I don't know. Something to do with it has to do something with Jesse and another thing about going back to her and Tulip being tied up together, as far as like whether if she dies, you know, Tulip dies. I think she also did that to keep Jesse there, and also to have something over him if he gets the chance to kill her.
Right, that's probably why she's doing it, because with Genesis she knows Jesse would have the power to stop her. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And she she killed his family essentially.
Yeah.
You know. So.
But then but also Jesse is captured by Grail. You know, but this guy, I forgot what is the guy. He got the penis looking head now. He got split in the head.
That's oh God. What is his name?
I don't know why I want to call him Führer or something like that.
He's supposed to be German. What is her star? Her star or something like that.
But like the guy, he's been like he is kind of like the second in command type boss of the Grail, and I guess like the main dude is this fat blob looking dude called Highfather.
Allfather. Yeah.
You know. So he's working for Allfather, and he's tell Jesse, like, in order for you to get your soul back, so you can use Genesis again, you're gonna have to kill the Allfather. And for whatever reason, Jesse's soul is stuck in Allfather's fat ass,
which is disgusting. I love the brutality of the nastiness in this show.
Yeah,
I had a feeling it was gonna be somewhere gross.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. So there's that, and they have like an endless slew of retarded clones of the descendant of Jesus or whatever. So what they try to do is they take a DNA of different people that I guess that have good and evil in them,
right? And
they inject like their fluid into these clones, and then they have Jesse hooked up to a device where Genesis comes out and goes into these clones, so to see if they're able to control Genesis. But all the clones keep exploding.
But they did find
one that did work.
Which is kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
It's kind of disturbing. So that, I guess that whole reason for them doing that was just the beta test to see if they can find something obviously compatible with the Messiah, as they reference him
as the Messiah.
But I mean, even before that, like before they got Jesse in the chair, and they captured him. Let's talk about that scene where he was in the elevator fighting the minions of Allfather. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
I tell you what, man, Jesse, when it comes like so far throughout this entire series, when Jesse goes hand in hand with somebody, he kicks your ass.
Yeah, he throws down.
He got hands, man.
Yeah.
He got hands. Even when the last episode of the final episode of last season, when Tulip dies, and what's his name? Cassidy wanted to turn Tulip,
Right.
so she can live.
Right.
So and Jesse was like, no. He had another idea. He didn't want her to become a vampire because they all saw what happened to Cassidy's son, who was dying of cancer or something, or old age or something.
Some kind of fucked up disease.
And how much bloodlust he had. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. And they was fighting. And in Cassidy, we was showing like a little bit of super strength. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting. And he still, in my opinion, was getting the upper hand against Jesse.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like
if he really knew how to, use his abilities, Jesse would be no match other than the fact that he has.
Genesis, yeah.
He would be no match.
But like hand to hand, man, like so far, like ain't nobody really fucking with Jesse.
Oh yeah.
Like Jesse got them hands.
Yeah, man.
So and Cassidy, I don't even understand what's going on over there. Cassidy's back in New Orleans. He gets captured by this vampire cult that's ran by an actual vampire. Like everyone else are humans, and like they follow him with the idea or the hope to be turned and to go out into the world and spread the words to create more vampires.
Right.
But it turns out that when he turns these people into vamps, he kills them. No, he drinks them. That's how he getting his power.
Exactly.
That's right.
Because we didn't know at first. We were just like, okay, that's kind of pointless. Why are you gonna change him and then kill them?
Yeah.
But now we understand how he gets all these abilities.
Which is it's weird and it's interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
That a vampire, because typically, when you think about a vampire, they automatically, when you're turned, you automatically have the power to fly and turn into different beasts. What do you call it? It's always called different in different vampire lore, either charm or glamour or hypnotize or whatever. He got the power to do all that, but he only has that power because he feasts on other vampires.
Which it's interesting. It does step away from the lore. Of vampires.
Yeah.
Really, you know what I mean? I didn't see that coming.
Yes. Super speed, all of that. Otherwise, you just be a vampire that drinks blood. You just be a normal human type based vampire, like Cassidy, where you can just do all kinds of damage to yourself and drink some blood and you heal.
Which is another interesting thing too. Is I'm wondering if because they don't really establish. I mean, you could see it in some of the fight scenes of Cassidy, or even that fight scene with Cassidy and the new vampire they ran into. His super strength, because in the comics he's supposed to, and I do know that the TV show is they're just using the characters, but they're changing the whole, it's just based off the characters. It's not following the comic, which by the way I do think it's, as a show, I think it's really awesome.
It's cool. And I feel some type of way by saying that, just because a lot of the shit that goes on, like the blasphemous shit that goes on the show. But I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy the show.
It's definitely a good storytelling of these three individuals who are band together.
How hot would it be if they combine Preacher, Constantine, and Sam and Dean of Supernatural?
Oh my god, that would be.
I feel like they should automatically be in the same universe.
I don't. You know what? I don't know, because I don't know how that would work, because in Supernatural, God already left, and he has a sister.
Yeah, God left, but in Preacher, God left.
That's true.
They don't know where he is. Everyone is under that same impression. God left, and Sam and Dean actually worked with him in the episodes, and he left then. You know what I'm saying? So what if they meet each other and Sam and Dean met Jesse, and a conversation comes up about God.
They would definitely meet in the bar.
Yes. Everybody meet in the bar.
Yeah, they would.
Yes, meet in the bar. Constantine too. That would be awesome.
Because they're all alcoholics.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Except Sam, to be fair. Sam is the good guy.
Sam will be there just because Dean is there.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got Dean throwing it back.
Wow.
You got fucking what's the name? Constantine, probably like the far corner somewhere, throwing it back, smoking a cigarette, and like you have Jesse probably with Tulip or something, or Tulip at the jukebox. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
with Cassidy, and, oh my, that would be sick.
That would be sick.
And Cassidy talking to like Castiel somewhere in the bar.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
yes, that would be sick.
Trying to get him to try drugs.
Yes. and Castiel being so oblivious about life. Oh, I don't know. What is he supposed to do? It's like, yeah, mate, you just take a couple of D's. Take a couple of D's, boy.
So, oh, you got a headache? I got something for you.
Yeah. You know
that'd be hilarious.
Dean turn around, Cass, what are you doing, you son of a bitch? Well, I told you to stop talking to strangers. You know what I'm saying? And
that
then,
would be interesting.
Yeah, and then you have Jesse be like, hey, don't talk about my friend like that. Let me tell you, buddy, you probably need to back off, all right? You need to back off. You know, and a fight ensues right there.
Oh my God!
A fight ensues.
I think oh man, I don't know. I think they would. It would be a.
That would be
good
an
fight.
awesome fight.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think they mess each other up.
Honestly, I think. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to Jesse.
You think Jesse would?
I'm gonna have to give it to Jesse.
I-
Dean is a badass. I ain't gonna say Dean is a bad fucking ass.
Yeah.
But hand to hand,
You got to think about Tulip too now.
all right. Tulip will jump in it, but Tulip will be too busy beating up Sam.
Yeah, because he's big.
Yeah, Sam will try to be the peacekeeper.
Yeah.
And Tulip be like, oh, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just start fighting.
Yeah, just start fighting him. And like Sam is trying to like
Yo.
dodge her or whatever, but he's got getting his ass whooped.
Oh,
you know.
man.
While I could see both Jesse and Castiel kind of like in the cut watching their friends fight.
Oh, you mean geez,
Cassidy.
I think they'd
Cassidy
be
and
all.
Castiel.
I think they'd be all screwed up on drugs, watching this whole thing on.
Not Castiel.
I think so. Because
it doesn't affect him like that.
Castiel is like a baby though.
But it doesn't affect him.
It does. Oh,
nah, it doesn't affect him like that.
That's right, because he's still Angel.
Yeah, he got some angelic type abilities.
Some.
And then you have like Constantine. He'll jump in it because he'll jump in it because you're disturbing him. And he'll probably do some kind of incantation that probably make him stop. You know, in their tracks.
Yeah.
And then like they all focus their got their focus on Calcium. Like, who the hell are you? You know, how do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how they. So then they all have eventually they all have a conversation about God and Satan. And then that's where Sam and Dean will be like, no, you have Jesse be like, well, God left. You know, I'm looking for God. And then you have like Dean like, good luck with that. You know, he left with his sister. And they're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, and
that would be nice.
And then you have someone
cool.
like Tulip, like I see him all the time. He keeps taunting me in a dog suit.
Right.
And Dean's like, in a dog suit? What are you talking about, lady? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know how Sam like when he hears something stupid, he's like,
yeah.
what do you mean? And then you have Castiel. He'll actually get upset. Listen, lady, I won't have anybody talking about my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And
God would not be in a dog suit. You know what I'm saying?
That's when it would unveil.
Yes,
that would definitely
have them all teamed up together. That would
crazy.
That would be hot. That would be hot.
That would be
I don't know how they work in the story about who is actually Satan versus preacher.
Satan would be dead in their world.
Yeah, unless the guy that we think is Satan in Preacher is actually maybe the son of Satan or something like that.
Like the Antichrist or something like that.
Yeah, some kind of son of Satan. Because have they actually called him Satan yet in Preacher?
I think they just call him the devil.
Yeah, like the Dark One or some kind of
like that.
Yeah, so,
but I do think in that realm he is supposed to be the devil.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the
But that would be so awesome if they was able to combine all three of those franchises.
I would watch it.
I would watch that shit too.
I would even if
that would
it
be
was
awesome.
even if they couldn't do it in film, I would definitely want to see it as a comic book.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
You got Jesse with Genesis. You got a vampire, and you automatically you're gonna have Sam and Dean skeptical about Cassie because he's a vampire.
They would be OP though.
I don't think they would be that OP.
Jesse would be OP if he had Genesis.
Yeah, because Cause he'll be the strongest one out of all of them.
them.
Yeah, cause he can just tell them all what to do.
Yep.
That'd be a hot story though.
That would
you
be
have
hot.
to depower him some kind of way.
Or make it so like they somehow, because they have gone, you know, Sam and Dean have gone forwards and backwards in time and lived in different alternate dimensions. So
you could also have you could also have in Supernatural, what is that kid's name that's supposed to be the son of Satan?
Oh God,
I can't remember.
Jack.
Where Genesis doesn't work on Jack.
Oh shit! Because he would be.
He's a Nephilim.
Yep.
So Genesis doesn't work on Jack.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy, yo.
That'd be great. But he would tear Jesse up then, because he's super strong.
Yeah.
He would destroy.
Yeah.
He would destroy Jesse.
He would splash on Jesse.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that'd be. They could go to the moon with this. That'd be a power. That'd be a power team right there, yo.
Yeah. Or you could do it where they, you know, there's like some untold story where they met somewhere in the past. You know, maybe during that whole, when they were going back in time, they fell into some other dimension, which was the dimension of Preacher.
Yeah.
Which could be cool, because that could work.
They could go to the moon with that story.
Yeah.
I would love to see if anybody just happened, like, I don't know, you got power, you a story writer, you just happen to come across this video. If you got the ability to do it, do that.
Please.
I am begging you.
That would be really cool.
Take all the credit. I just want to
really
see
cool
it. You know, I just want to see it.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Allfather is disgusting. He's like the worst character on the show. That's just nasty.
I can't wait till this guy actually dies.
Oh my God.
I cannot. And I think I know how he's going to eventually die too.
What do you think? Overeating?
No, that's impossible. I think somehow they're going to get him into that chamber where all the clones that they was putting in there.
Ooh.
And then Jesse himself is going to turn on the machine and have Genesis go inside of him, and he splash and blows up like that. That would definitely kill him.
That would be disgusting.
Unless something shitty happens and he tries to do that and it doesn't come out of him.
Oh man, that would be overkill. It would be the end of the show.
Can I be a writer? Can you guys just, whoever the powers that be, holla at your boy. You want to make some serious money? Stop bullshit. Holla at your boy.
Seriously, make dreams come true.
Yeah, man. You talk about some serious. You want some real ratings? I want to see Preacher 26 episodes a season.
Seriously.
Yeah, come on, man.
Seriously.
I could do it. Holla at your boy.
The Preacher, yeah, it's a really good show. That last episode definitely is interesting. Well, I can't wait to see what they do with Jesse being trapped in there and trying to get Genesis out and put him into the Messiah.
Yeah, the Messiah.
It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit. I can't wait to see it.
So, my bad for starting with episode 8 to do a review on the show. Yeah. But we're gonna continue to do these reviews until it's till the season is over, which is like 2 more episodes left. So yeah, we're gonna give you the last 2 reviews for this current season, and you know, if you got a comment, whatever your thoughts are, leave them down below.
And subscribe.
Please.
And
Hollywood, holla at these niggers right here, because we got talent, we got ideas,
and we need money.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.